Welcome back to my channel. I'm Samantha, and I want to reintroduce my page with a little personal brand pivot. Having chronic intimate pain played an absolutely massive role in shaping my thoughts and beliefs about myself, and it influenced how I showed up in the world in so many different ways. Though I have a lot to share about the condition itself, chronic pain isn't my whole identity. And what I realized is the importance didn't come from the chronic pain itself, it came from what it was able to teach me. As I'm filming this now, yesterday, August 31st, was my 29th birthday, and as I enter my last year of this decade, I feel it's my mission to pass along my wisdom to women who struggle or have struggled in the past with their own self worth, no matter what the cause was. How you feel about yourself shows up in your life everywhere. It's reflected in who you date, how you show up to work, and even how you walk into a room. For a long time, I really struggled with toxic thought patterns that made me feel less than or just not worthy of what I really wanted. I thought I had to get to a certain destination, whether that was be fully healed from my chronic pain, or if I just get the nose job or something that I'm physically insecure about, or if I just have more money, if I had a better job, then I'll be worthy of that perfect relationship. I'll be worthy of that perfect career. And instead of putting off my happiness until I got to those destinations, I realized over the last almost 10 years of my 20s that I can just decide to be happy now. It's such a common misconception that in order to have self worth, you have to have what it is that you want first in order to receive that feeling of importance. But that's actually backwards. You have to believe that you're worthy now before you have what you want, and then you'll receive those experiences. That might seem confusing, but adopting that mindset will create the most confident, radiant version of yourself. If that's your goal, subscribe and join me here every week for sisterly advice that's going to change your life. To kick off your self improvement transformation, here are 7 little habits you can implement in your daily life that'll give you more confidence and more clarity in who you are as a woman. Number 1, drop the chase. This may be controversial, but there are some traits and actions that belong to a masculine energy and some that belong to a feminine energy. And chasing is absolutely a masculine action and the exact opposite of what women are supposed to do. Chasing anything, whether it's a person, a job, validation, completely drains your energy. When a woman chases, it's coming from a place of desperation and unworthiness. Chasing a man who's breadcrumbing you takes away your power and gives it away to that person who doesn't deserve it. Chasing external validation through social media likes and comments gives your power away to complete strangers who could care less about you and your real authentic self. Women pursue and accomplish their goals not through chasing, but by embodying and attracting. If you have your eyes on a job or a promotion, you don't bend over backwards, exhaust yourself, or cross your own boundaries to get noticed. You become the woman that gets selected for the position and how you show up to work each day. You embody the knowledge and the qualities that the role requires as if you're already in it. Is the promotion for a management position? Demonstrate leadership qualities in your day to day responsibilities. Does the role require additional responsibility? Show up every day calm, collected, and organized, and demonstrate that you're capable of handling the extra workload. If you want a relationship, embody the type of person you want to be in that relationship and the aspects that relationship will have. If you want a loyal relationship, show up as a loyal and dependable person in your life. If you want princess treatment, accept paid dinners and doors held open for you without guilt or overthinking. The love and opportunities you want will never come from chasing. It'll come from embodying your worth and allowing the right people and opportunities to meet you there. Number 2, stop using passive language while speaking. Most women don't realize how often they use passive language, and passive language sounds like, sorry to bother you, or oh, I just wanted, or does that make sense? And it even includes using an exclamation mark at the end of your work email that you're trying to be firm but not come off too harsh. Using passive language weakens the message we're trying to get across. And we use passive language as women because we've been conditioned to be small and polite. We cushion our words to make other people feel comfortable, even though there's nothing wrong with what we're saying. Subconsciously, using passive language signals self doubt and makes others less likely to take you seriously. But to fix this, all you have to do is cut the filler words and cut the phrases. When you're in that office meeting, instead of saying, I just think the report should come out on Mondays, say, the report should come out on Mondays because it increases team productivity. Put a period at the end of that work email. Do you notice the difference? It might feel a little uncomfortable at first because you're not used to hearing yourself sound confident, but I promise over time it'll become natural. People will respect you more, your words will carry more weight, and you'll start to trust yourself. But just remember, making that shift from having people respect you starts with you respecting yourself first. Number three is curating our inputs. So, what does that mean? That means filtering out what we are exposed to. With social media, we are constantly exposed to photoshopped, airbrushed, filtered versions of people and their lives that are not even real. This naturally causes us to compare ourselves to people and lifestyles that we label as better, hotter, or more exciting than ours. If your feed is full of Instagram models and you're constantly comparing your body to theirs and saying how ugly you are, unfollow them. If you're going through a breakup and your TikTok is full of tarot readers saying that your ex is still in love with you and he's coming back to you to propose, even though he cheated on you and manipulated you in real life, block them. Curate your social media and consume what inspires you, what aligns with your authentic self, and whatever helps you grow into a better person. You don't have to fit the current beauty trends to be beautiful, and you don't need a yearly $20,000 vacation to Bora Bora for your life to be exciting and meaningful. Number four, being in a state of gratitude. Now, being in a state of gratitude does not mean that you have to pretend that your life is perfect or you have to ignore whatever pain or unfavorable circumstances you might be in. Gratitude is a choice to deeply acknowledge and appreciate what you already have and the choice to see the silver lining in those unwanted experiences. Two women can be living the same exact life but have completely different realities depending if they're operating from a state of gratitude. For example, two people can hate their 9 to 5 job, right? But one person constantly complains about how unfair the pay is, how the long hours are draining her, how she has no time or energy at the end of her days to pursue her passions, how she comes home to her spouse and just unloads and complains on him. That affects his mood and the overall vibe of their house and their home environment. And it's generally just somebody and their significant other who are not living a good life. On the other hand, the other person gets up and starts her day with appreciation that she has a job to go to that can pay her bills. And even if she's living modestly and not lavishly, she shows up and does the work that she doesn't enjoy because she understands that her current situation is temporary. She has the power to change her life and she uses her 9 to 5 as a tool to get her to the next level, whether that's a promotion or just to pursue her passion outside of work. She understands that it would be more stressful to have no job at all and that she's grateful for the support that she has in the meantime. This person goes home at the end of the day tired too, don't get me wrong. But because she has gratitude and appreciation for her current circumstances, she's not consumed by her hatred of her 9 to 5. And that leaves emotional bandwidth at the end of the day to pursue her passions and to be able to actually change her life. When you act like that first person and you're only focused on what's going wrong or what you don't want, you're training your brain to look for problems and to stay stuck in that lack mentality. Gratitude rewires your brain to focus on the positive, and that allows you to take advantage and recognize more opportunities in your life, which snowballs into more to be grateful for. A popular analogy for this is the red car theory. If you don't know what that is, it's basically when you go out in your daily life and you don't think about red cars. You have no reason to, you don't notice them when you're out. You probably don't even remember the last time you saw a red car. But then for whatever reason, something makes you think about one. And now when you're out, you see them everywhere. And it's the same thing that applies to opportunities in your life, happiness, positives. So if you're not thinking about them and you're going out, you're never going to see them. But when you rewire your brain to be focused on that, now when you step out, that's all you're going to recognize. Being in a state of gratitude does not take much and you can do it immediately. All you have to do when you wake up and you're drinking your morning coffee, be grateful for it, that it tastes good and it wakes you up. Be grateful for the good night's sleep you had in your bed and that you have a comfortable bed to sleep in. And be grateful for the job that you have that you may hate, but it's still paying your bills and it can get you to where you want to go if you just rewire your brain to recognize the opportunities that might be in front of you. The more you practice gratitude, the more you're going to feel confident, grounded, and present in your own life. That's what attracts better opportunities, stronger relationships, and keeps you in your calm feminine energy. Number 5, slow down your movements. And this might sound like a weird one, but hear me out. Most of us rush through the workday without even realizing it. And a lot of that has to do with the United States work culture, where we're snoozing our alarms, we're fighting rush hour traffic, and we're trying to clock in at a certain time. But operating in this short on time state is actually not making you any more productive or making you any quicker in your day. And it has more devastating effects on your body than you probably realize. So I'm going to go through them with you so we stop condoning hustle culture. When you're rushing, you're signaling to your nervous system that you're under pressure, and that causes your fight or flight to kick in, even if there's no real danger. Your fight or flight releases your stress hormones, and that's your adrenaline and your cortisol. And what that does is increase your heart rate and increase your blood pressure, which is not ideal, especially when you're just driving into work. Your blood flow shifts to survival instincts instead of higher level thinking, and this makes it harder for you to be calmer and more present and to solve problems. Now, on the flip side, when you consciously slow your movements, you're activating what's called the parasympathetic nervous system. This lowers your cortisol, slows your breathing, and signals safety to the brain. Moving slowly feels so much more confident because your body is literally calmer and more regulated. Walking into a room calmly, pausing before you respond, or even eating at a slower pace exudes confidence. It tells both your mind and your body that you are not in survival mode and that you are in control. You have an awareness of your body language, your tone of voice, and even the way you're breathing. And that awareness pulls you back into yourself and being able to be in the present moment versus feeling disconnected from yourself. Moving slower does not make you less productive. It forces you to be present and intentional. Do you ever notice when you're starting your day off on the wrong foot? It's kind of like a domino effect to the rest of your day, where now you're running late and you hit unexpected traffic and you spilled your coffee and you just kind of feel like a mess. Starting and maintaining your day in a calm, grounded state will also permeate through the rest of your day, and it's a much more attractive state to be in. 6, investing in daily luxuries. We don't have to be rich or be exactly where we want to be in life to be able to enjoy luxurious experiences. Us as women have a beautiful ability to be able to romanticize our lives. Great examples of this is to light a candle in each room in your house, and that way when you walk through the door, it always smells good. Or when you make yourself dinner, use real plates and cutlery and don't use paper and plastic, and that'll elevate your dining experience when you eat at home. Or invest in a signature scent that you love so much that you wear every day and you get ready at home even if you have nowhere to go. Small acts like these actually tell your subconscious mind that experiencing luxury is normal for you and part of your identity. And in turn, that's going to attract more of those experiences to you. Number 7, last but certainly not least, this one might be one of the most important ones, is taking compliments without deflecting. When you receive a compliment, minimizing it or deflecting it is the worst thing you could do. If you've ever been told something like, "Oh, you have such a beautiful smile," and the way you respond goes something like, "Oh my God, really? Oh, I have to whiten my teeth." You're not only rejecting their kindness, you're telling your subconscious mind that you don't deserve it. Right now, your nervous system is programmed to believe that someone else's positive perception of you isn't true. It feels safest to reject the compliment because that aligns with what you have it programmed to know is truth. For some of you, rejecting an act of kindness or a compliment is a knee jerk reaction because you have it so deeply ingrained as an automatic response, just like as if you were to flinch before you got hit. When you receive a compliment, practice being intentional with your response. To the other person, you can just give a quick thank you so much and smile at them and be on your way. But to yourself, really internalize the compliment. Rewire your nervous system to believe that you have that beautiful smile. Walk around knowing you have that beautiful smile so the next time you get complimented, it's no surprise. And by the way, you can do this without receiving compliments or external validation from other people. You can build confidence with this reframe, whether you're rejecting validation from other people or not receiving any at all. No matter where you are in life or what resources you have available to you, these habits can be implemented immediately. You'll notice the changes within yourself first, and then watch how your life reflects them back to you. When you show up differently, you get different results. When these tiny choices stack on each other, you'll look back and realize you weren't the same woman that you were before. You speak differently, you move differently, and you have a confidence about you that just feels natural. These micro habits are the foundation of becoming the confident feminine woman you have always wanted to be. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you, subscribe and join me here for videos just like this every week.